What's a story, amigos? This is Kino with some cool stories for today's story time.
First, meet a little green dragon who has no table manners.
And sprays the surprised Anna with a mouthful of cocoa.
Then John Goodman reads a book about the adventures of a lost polar bear.
A very big, tan animal sprung out of the water. Boo! It said.
And the story of a little girl and her strange and scary neighbor.
Go away!
Major funding for Storytime is made possible by a grant from Helen and Peter Bean, so that families everywhere can share the joy of reading with their children. Additional funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. By the annual financial support from viewers like you. And by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television.
Hi, Lucy. Well, hi, Mara.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Kino. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. I was just hoping that we could read some stories and... Whoa! Hey! What are you doing, Lucy? Hey, Mara! Mara, look at this!
Coming.
Look at this beautiful painting that Lucy's doing. What is it?
I'm not sure. I'm just painting what I feel.
Gosh, is that how you feel, Lucy?
Well, that's a happy painting.
Well, yes, that's how I feel.
I feel like, could we read a story?
Sure. Hey, why don't we read this one?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, Lucy, could you teach me how to paint?
Sure thing.
Great.
I'll teach you what I know. Maybe we can start a little later today.
Oh, I don't know, Lucy, because Uncle John said he would come over to read maybe a little later today.
Well, if he comes, we'll paint another day.
Okay.
Should we start the story now?
Oh, yep. Now's a good time.
All right, here we go. It's called Anna and the Little Green Dragon, and it was written and illustrated by Klaus Baumgart.
Oh, well, what happened to her face, Mara? Was she playing with Lucy's paints?
Oh, I hope not.
No, I think that's Coco, Kino. Tell you what, let's read it and find out. Should I start?
Oh, yeah, now's a good time.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait a minute.
What now, Kino?
I'm not settled. There.
Ready? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
This morning, like every other morning, Anna is sitting sleepily at the breakfast table. She is eating toast with a thick layer of marmalade on top. Suddenly, the box of cornflakes starts to shake until it tips over. Anna can't believe her eyes. A little green dragon jumps out of the cereal box. The dragon blinks, stretches a little, and then starts to explore the breakfast table. He jumps onto the butter and squishes it all through his dragon toes. Then, before Anna can stop him, he tries to balance an egg on his nose and juggle the cornflakes. Unfortunately, he hasn't practiced enough and makes a mess. Undaunted, he shows off another one of his tricks. Bravely, he climbs to the edge of Anna's cocoa cup and does a handstand. Once again, the little green dragon loses his balance and, with a big splash, he falls into the cocoa. When he doesn't surface, Anna wonders where he went. Up comes the little green dragon and sprays the surprised Anna with a mouthful of cocoa. Can you see him do that?
Yeah.
That's enough, scolds Anna. What's going on here? Who are you? There's no need to get upset. I'll let you do the same thing to me, replies the little dragon, jumping down from Anna's hand and hiding behind the cup. Okay, I can do that, thinks Anna, as she takes a big gulp of the cocoa to spray the little dragon. Just then, the door opens, and in comes Anna's mother. Shocked by the messy table, she takes a step back. Just look at this mess, she cries. Anna tries to explain that it's not her fault. The little green dragon did it. But now, Mother is really mad. Anna, I've told you 1,000 times that there is no such thing as a dragon. Before her mother has a chance to speak again, there's a knock at the door. When Anna's mother opens it, she grows very pale. There, right before her eyes, is a great big green dragon. Good morning, the dragon says very politely. Have you by any chance seen my son?
Have you by any chance seen my son? I get it. I get it. That mama dragon was looking for her little one.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps now Anna's mother is going to think twice about whether or not dragons are real.
Oh, I have a question for both of you. Did you notice any extra little characters in the story?
Oh, I didn't.
Well, look right here, okay? Look, see the little fly? See, here, he's just sitting. And over here, the little fly is misbehaving.
Where? I don't see anything.
See?
Look. Can you see it?
Well, that's very interesting. I read the whole book and I didn't even notice that.
Kino, look right there. Do you see it?
Oh, sure, now I see it. Hey, I just thought of something. Since this is a dragon story, that fly must be a dragonfly. Wow!
Very funny.
I am so funny.
Yes, you are very funny, Kino. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I have to go. I'm putting together a whole bunch of books for a friend of mine. See you later.
Oh,
Bye, Mark.
First, we're going to read a story about a polar bear and a chameleon. That's an interesting combination, don't you think? And the second story is about a little girl who has a strange and scary neighbor.
whoa! Hey, that's Uncle John. He came. Will you read us some stories?
Hey, don't worry, I came prepared. I brought a book about a little polar bear and this other book about a girl named Rose who has a strange and scary neighbor.
Wow! Cool.
Are you really Kino's uncle?
No, not really.
We just call him Uncle John because he's good to us kids, and he reads us stories, and he's friendly, and he's funny, and he knows lots of stories that are good for kids.
Did you bring any of your good stories today, John?
I sure did.
Should I call you Uncle John?
John's fine. The little ones like to call me Uncle John. The story I brought today is called The Little Polar Bear, written and illustrated by Hans de Beer.
Rhymes with root beer.
Yeah, you know what? It sure does. It was a big day for Lars. He was going with his father on his first hunting trip. Lars was white all over, just like his father. In fact, at the North Pole where Lars lived, everything was white because it covered in ice and snow. Lars' father showed him how to do all kinds of things: follow tracks, swim, and dive. He talked and talked, and Lars listened silently, paying close attention. Once, his father disappeared underwater and stayed so long that Lars began to worry. But when his father finally reappeared, he had a big fish for supper. When it was time to go to sleep, Lars's father said, "Make a big pile of snow to protect yourself from the wind like I do." Well, Lars was proud of this pile, but he was also very tired. He quickly fell asleep, just like his father. But during the night, the ice began to crack, and the piece where Lars was lying broke off. When Lars woke up, it was morning. He was all alone in the middle of the sea. It was getting warmer and warmer, and the piece of ice and Lars's pile of snow were getting smaller and smaller. When the ice was almost completely melted, Lars saw a big barrel drifting by. Luckily, Lars was able to reach the barrel and climb on top of it. Then, a storm began to rage. As Lars clung to his bobbing barrel, he missed his father and his pile of snow more and more. After the storm, Lars drifted on the sea for a long time. At last he saw land, but he couldn't see any snow or ice. Almost everything was green, and the sun was very warm. Lars carefully slid off the barrel and stepped onto the beach. The beach was hot and yellow. It burned Lars's paws. He ran to a river nearby, but just as he was about to plunge in, a very big, tan animal sprung out of the water. "Boo!" it said. Lars quickly ran to hide. "I was only joking," called the big tan animal. "I'm Henry the hippopotamus." "Who are you? Why are you so white?" Well, Lars didn't know the answer to the last question. Where I come from, everything is white," he said. He told Henry about his long journey and asked him how he could get back to his father. Henry listened sympathetically, but he seemed confused. He wiggled his ears, he squirmed, and finally said, "The only one who can help you is Marcus, the eagle. He has traveled all over the world. He will know where you come from and how you can get back there. But we'll have to cross the river, go through the jungle, and climb the mountains to reach him." Lars was happy to go, but when he looked at the river, he said, "The only problem is I can't swim very well." "No problem at all," said Henry. "Climb on my back. I won't sink." Lars was astonished by the things that he saw in the jungle. Henry patiently explained everything. Lars especially liked the tall, brown stalks that Henry called trees. They were such fun to climb. In one brown stalk sat a funny green animal, which suddenly turned white, just like Lars. "It's a chameleon," said Henry. "It can change its color." Lars thought that was a handy thing to be able to do. At the edge of the jungle, the mountains began. It was a bit cooler, and Lars felt more comfortable. Henry found climbing difficult, but Lars helped by telling him where to step. After a while, Henry was exhausted. "That's enough for today," he said. "Tomorrow we will continue. Let's rest here and look out at the nice view." As Lars looked out over the land and sea, he began to feel homesick. "Cheer up," said Henry. "You'll be home again soon." The next day, they climbed higher. Henry often had to stop to catch his breath, but at last he calls, "Here comes Marcus," as a huge bird swooped down near Lars. Lars ducked. "Don't be afraid," said Henry. "Marcus seems gruff, but he's really quite friendly." Henry said good morning to Marcus and politely explained why they had come. The eagle looked at Lars, and then he said,
Well, a polar bear in the tropics. You're a long way from home, aren't you, young man? Fortunately, I can arrange your passage back. Tomorrow morning, I will have Samson fetch you from the beach.
"Thank you very much, sir," Lars said shyly. The next morning, Henry and Lars met Marcus on the beach. "Right on time," said Marcus proudly as a huge gray whale arrived. Although Henry was happy for Lars, he was also sorry to see him go. "Take care of yourself," he said sadly. "Thanks for everything, Henry," Lars called as the whale swam away. Marcus flew along a bit to set them on the way. Henry stood alone on the beach, kept watching for a long time after Lars and the whale had disappeared. Samson swam a long way until they were surrounded by ice and snow. "We must be near your home now," he said. At the same moment, Lars called, "There he is! Father, Father, I'm back!" Lars's father couldn't believe his eyes. There was Lars riding on top of a whale. Lars's father was very tired from looking for Lars, but he wasn't too tired to catch a big fish for Samson to thank him. Samson waved as he swam away. "And now," said Lars's father, "we must go straight home because your mother is worried." On the way home, Lars rode on his father's back. Everything was white, and he was surrounded by snow and ice. But this time, Lars talked and talked while his father was silent. He told his father about all the amazing things he had seen. Henry, the tall brown stalks, Marcus, and much more. "You didn't meet anyone who was white?" asked his father in surprise. "Nobody except a chameleon," said Lars, "but that doesn't count." Lars had to laugh by himself because his father didn't understand his joke.
Oh, boy, that was a good story, Uncle John. Oh, will Lars ever go back to the jungle, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No? Why not? Why do you think he'll go back?
Maybe that same thing will happen again.
Could be.
Yeah.
Lars made some good friends in the jungle. Maybe he'll want to visit them when he grows up.
Well, he probably will. But the jungle's not a great place for polar bears.
Why not?
Well, they don't like places where it's real hot. They're cool weather bears.
Oh, Uncle John, you know what?
What?
You know how the father polar bear teaches Lars how to fish?
Yes.
Well, my grandpa taught me how to fish.
And in the story, Lars taught his father something, remember?
What?
Well, what did the little polar bear tell his father when he came back?
About the jungle.
That's right. What else? What about the jungle?
He met a lot of animals.
And he saw an eagle. He saw an eagle. He saw a whale.
He saw a lot of trees.
Trees?
Never seen trees
He
before.
saw a lot of mountains. A lot of mountains.
See? Lars taught his father something too.
And Lars told his father that the chameleon didn't count.
Well, what's a chameleon?
A chameleon, Kino, is a lizard that can change the color of its skin for protection against predators.
Oh, what's a predator?
That's an animal who wants to have the chameleon for dinner.
Oh.
Mara, how's it going with your book work?
I'm almost finished. Hey, that was a nice story, John.
Why, thank you. Hey, let's go over to Mara to read this other book that I brought.
Oh, that's a great idea. I can work while you read. Perfect.
Yeah, come on, let's go, everybody.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Now I know why they call you Uncle John.
Oh, why, Mara?
Oh, because John was nice enough to find out how I was doing working here and nice enough to come over and read. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's no big deal. This other book that I have is called Rose Meets Mr. Wintergarten.
Oh, did they get together for dinner and some pizza or for some taco salad, maybe?
No, for cookies. Well, you'll see. This story was written and illustrated by Bob Graham. The morning the Summers family moved into their new house, they felt at home. Faith and Rose put up their pictures. Baby Blossom watched. Mr. and Mrs. Summers planted pansies, petunias, daisies, and geraniums. Their garden was a carpet of flowers, and all before the sun went down. Every morning from the roof of their house, the Summerses watched the sun come up. The sun never touched the house next door. Next door, everything bristled. Next door lived Mr. Wintergarten. There were stories in the street about Mr. Wintergarten. He's mean, said Emily. And horrible, said Arthur. He's got a dog like a wolf, said Naomi. And a saltwater crocodile. They say he rides on his crocodile at night, said Emily. And gets you, Arthur shrieked. I don't believe you, said Rose. Anyway, don't frighten Blossom. My dad lost his football over there when he was a boy, said Emily. You can just see it through the prickles, old and flat as a pancake. No one ever goes in there, said Arthur, in case Mr. Wintergarten eats people. If your ball ever goes over, says Naomi, forget it. And just then, Rose's ball went straight over Mr. Wintergarten's fence. Rose went to tell her mom. Well, honey bunch, Mom said, you can get your ball back. Why don't you just go and ask him? Because he eats kids, said Rose. Well, we'll take him some cookies instead, said Mom, and maybe some flowers. Mr. Wintergarten's front gate had not been open for years. Rose heaved and pushed. The gate groaned and squeaked. Then slowly, it swung open. Rose could see that there was a dog, big as a wolf. I don't see any crocodiles, she said. I should hope not, replied Mom. She threw the dog a cookie. Rose knocked at Mr. Wintergarten's door.
Who the devil is that?
Shouted a voice from the inside. It's me, said Rose. She tiptoed in.
What do you want?
Said Mr. Wintergarten. I'm Rose Summers from next door. I've come to ask for my ball back. She twisted her fingers in her handkerchief, and I brought some flowers and cookies from my mom. Mr. Wintergarten glared at her. His dinner was cold, gray, and uninviting, with gristle floating in it, and mosquitoes breeding on top. But Rose could see that he wasn't eating children. Please, may I look for my ball, she asked.
No, said Mr. Wintergarten. Go away!
But when Rose had gone, Mr. Wintergarten slowly pushed back his chair and did something he hadn't done in years. Mr. Wintergarten opened his curtains. He sat on his front step in the sun.
No one has ever asked for their ball back,
He said to himself, or brought cookies. He saw Rose's ball, and he thoughtfully pushed it with his toe. Next, he made some darting movements that made his coattails fly in the sun, and then Mr. Wintergarten kicked the ball right back over the fence. Nice kick, said Rose. Great catch, said Mr. Wintergarten. Or would you mind throwing me back my slipper? Catch, Mr. Wintergarten, said Rose, throwing back the slipper. Good throw, Rose, said Mr. Wintergarten. Let's play again tomorrow. The end. Well, what do you think happened the next day, Ryan?
They played.
They played? They played again?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they played kick the ball over the fence?
Yeah. No.
Or do you think they maybe forgot about the fence and got together, played in somebody's yard?
Yeah.
Do you think they
Yeah.
played together again?
And then
Or do you think Mr. Wintergarten went back to his meat with mosquitoes on it and cold gray gristle?
he played.
He played? You think he played with Rose?
Well, maybe they got together to draw and paint in the garden.
Maybe they got together and they had cookies and read stories.
Maybe Mr. Winnie Warden kicked himself over the fence and Rose caught him.
Oh, I think I like the painting idea better.
Hey, Lucy, remember when you told me you'd teach me how to paint? Maybe today?
Yes, I do. But before we do, let's recommend some books for our friends at home to read on their own.
Oh, fantastico. Here's a favorite of mine. Yeah, there it is. It's also about a brave girl. It's called The Adventures of Isabel.
And I would like to recommend another Rose story. This is called Roses Sing on New Snow, and it's about a young Chinese woman who cooks a very special meal. Well, thank you very much, John, for coming to read to us. Please come back anytime, okay?
Yeah. And for all of you out there at home,
Keep a story in your heart.
Hasta luego, my little tortellinis. Let's go paint, Lucy. Let's go paint. Come on.
Oh, okay. Come on, Kino. Today's Storytime books are Anna and the Little Green Dragon by Klaus Baumgarten, Little Polar Bear, written and illustrated by Hans de Beer, Rose Meets Mr. Wintergarten by Bob Graham, The Adventures of Isabel by Ogden Nash, pictures by James Marshall, Roses Sing on New Snow by Paul Yee, illustrated by Harvey Chan. You can find these and other books at your local library.
Major funding for Storytime is made possible by a grant from Helen and Peter Bing, so that families everywhere can share the joy of reading with their children. Additional funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, by the annual financial support from viewers like you, and by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television. Storytime is a production of KCET Los Angeles.
What's a story, amigos? This is Kino with some cool stories for today's story time.
Today, take a ride through worlds full of magic and surprise, so don't go away.
Major funding for Storytime is made possible by a grant from Helen and Peter Bing, so that families everywhere can share the joy of reading with their children. Additional funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, by the annual financial support from viewers like you, and by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television.
playing with it. I can go anywhere with it. It's just like the little red car in the story that Mark read to me. That was a red car, too. I remember a red car story.
How do you like my red convertible, Kino?
Oh, it's cool. I like it a lot. I like it almost as much as I like stories.
Well, it's funny you should mention it because I just happen to have this. It's a storybook called My Little Red Car by Chris Demarest.
Get set, go.
I have a wish. When I grow up, I want to travel around the world. I'll say goodbye to my family, then wave to all my friends.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
I'll cross many streams, spiral up tall mountains, zoom down deep valleys in a flash. I'll cross a huge river filled with ships from all over the world. I'll weave through many cities. I'll zigzag toward the ocean, then zip along the shore like the wind. I'll crawl through a tunnel deep under the sea and stop for lunch in a beautiful old city.
That looks like Paris.
You know, how'd you know?
There's the Eiffel Tower.
You're right. That is the Eiffel Tower. I'll speed over hot desert sands, then cool off at the North Pole. And when it gets dark, I'll head back home. Me and my little red car. The end. Well, what'd you think, Kino?
I think we should go. We've got lots of places to go to.
Okay, let's go.
I like my red car.
Hey, Kino, I've got this incredibly hot book with dynamite pictures, and I want to read it to you.
Oh, man, well, let's. Oh, wait, let's find a place where we can really kick back, huh?
Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, I must have left it at home.
Oh, that's okay. There are lots of books here. Some really cool ones, too.
No, but I want to read this one to you. I mean, it's really cool. Give me a second. I'll go get it.
Oh, but you don't have to go. We have lots of...
And you can say pizza.
Oh, wait, don't go. It's... Well, that's just great, huh? Here I was all ready for a good story, and first he forgets the book, and then he leaves. Well, at least you're still here, and you'll stay with me for a little bit, right?
Hi, Kino.
Oh, hi, Lucy. As I was saying, whenever you need a story and a friend.
What's the matter? What were you saying?
Oh, Lucy, you know what? We were going to read this really cool story that Zachery was going to bring, except he forgot to bring it, so he went to get it. So Zachery's gone, and I don't know when he'll be back.
Oh, did we miss Zachery? I saw his mom on the way over, and she asked me to bring this book.
Oh, man. Ay, that's the book he was looking for, probably. What's it called?
It's called Monster Mama. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, let's read it.
Maybe you better wait for Zachery.
You're right.
Do you think?
We probably should.
Well, maybe you won't mind.
Well, I have another book that you all would like.
Oh, yeah? Well, which one?
3 Wishes. It's about a little girl who finds a penny and makes 3 wishes. Do you want to know what they are?
Yeah. That's 3 years.
Let's read the story. 3 Wishes by Lucille Clifton, illustrated by Michael Hayes. Everybody knows there's such a thing as luck. Like when a good man be the first person to come in your house on New Year's Day, you have a good year. But I know something better than that. Find a penny on New Year's Day with your birthday year on it, and you can make 3 wishes on it. And the wishes will come true. It happened to me. First wish was when I found the penny. Me and Victorious Richardson was going for a walk, wearing our new boots we got for Christmas and our new hat and scarf sets, when I saw something all shiny in the snow. Victor say, "What is that, Lena?" "Look like some money," I say, and I picked it up. It was a penny with my birthday on it, My same year. Victor say, "Look like you in for some luck now, Lena. That's a lucky penny for you. What you gonna wish?" "Well, one thing I do wish is it wasn't so cold," I say, just halfway joking. And the sun come out just then. Well, that got me thinking. Me and Victor started back to my house, both of us thinking about the penny, and what if there really is such a thing, and what to wish in case. Mama was right in the living room when we got to the house. "How was the walk, Noby?" "Fine, thank you, Mama." "Fine, thank you, ma'am," Victor say, as we go back to the kitchen. "My name is Zenobia, after somebody in the Bible. My name is Zenobia, and everybody call me Noby. Everybody but Victor. He call me Lena, after Lena Horne. And when I get grown, I'm going to Hollywood and sing in the movies, and Victorious is gonna go with me, 'cause he's my best friend. That's his real name." Back in the kitchen, it was nice and warm, 'cause the stove was lit, and Mama had opened the oven door. Me and Victor were at the table, talking soft so nobody can hear. "You get 2 more wishes, Lena." "You really think there's something to it?" "What you mean? Didn't you see how the sun come riding out soon as you said about it being so cold?" "You really think so?" "Man, don't you believe nothing? I just don't believe everything like you do, that's all." "Well, you just simple." "Who you calling simple?" "Simple you, that's who. Simple Zenobia." I jumped up from the table. "Man, I wish you would get out of here." Victor jumped up and ran out of the room and grabbed his coat and ran out of the house. Just then. Well, I'm telling you, I just sat back down at the table and shook my head. I had just about wasted another wish. I didn't have but one more left. Mama come into the kitchen looking for me. "Zenobia, what was the matter with Victor?" She called me Zenobia when she kinda mad. "We was just playing, Mama." "Well, why did he run out of here like that?" "I don't know, Mama. That's how Victor is." "Well, I hope you wasn't being unfriendly to him, Zenobia, 'cause I know how you are too." "Yes, ma'am." "Mama, what would you wish for if you could have anything you wanted in the whole wide world?" Mama sat down at the table and started playing with the salt shaker. "What you mean, Noby?" "I mean, if you could have yourself one wish, what would it be for?" Mama put the salt back on the straight line with the pepper and got the look on her face like when she telling me the old wise stuff. "Good friends, Noby. That's what we need in the world. Good friends." Then she went back to playing with the table. Well, I didn't think she was gonna say that. Usually when I hear grown people talking about different things they want, they be talking about money or a good car or something like that. Mama always do come up with a surprise. I got up and got my coat and went to sit down on the step. I started thinking about old Victor and all the stuff me and him used to do. Going to the movies and practicing my singing and playing touch ball and stickball. And one time, we found a rock with a whole lot of shiny stuff in it. Looked just like a diamond. One time, me and him painted a picture of the whole school. He was really a good friend to me. Never told one of my secrets. Hard to find friends like that. Wish I still had a good friend, I whispered to myself, holding the penny real tight and feeling all sorry for myself. Who do you think come busting down the street, grinning at me, just then? Yeah, there's such a thing as luck. A lot of people think they know different kinds of luck, but this thing about the penny is really real. I know. 'Cause just like I say, it happened to me. The end. Now, if you found a magic penny which could make wishes come true, what would you wish for?
Oh, I know. I wish that Zachery would get back soon so we can read his book.
You know, I feel partly responsible for what happened, so I'm gonna go look for him.
Oh, brother. Now everybody is leaving. First, Zachery comes, then he leaves, and then Tatyana comes, and she leaves. But you guys are staying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And all you kids out there are staying too, right?
Kino!
Kino, somebody's calling you.
Well, hey, maybe it's Zachery.
Kino! I know where the book is.
Well, yeah, well, come on in.
What?
Come on in, because Tatyana brought the book, and she went to get you, but she left the book. Right, guys?
Okay. Tatyana has it, so I'll go and look.
What's going on, Kino?
Hold on. Zach, we've got the book. It's right here.
You can't hear? I'm telling you. I'm going to Tatyana's house to get the book.
No,
ya.
wait. Oh, man, I don't believe this. Oh.
Well, is Zachery here? His mom said he was coming right over.
You're not going to believe this. He just left, and Tatyana went to get him. This is so confusing.
Well, where did they go? Did he say he was coming back?
He said to go ahead and read the book. Yeah, that's what he said.
He did? Did he really?
Oh, no, he didn't.
Well, let's say we read another book. What do you say we read a story about places you can go to in your imagination?
Okay.
This is The Magic House, a story by Robin Harbert Eversole. This is her first book. And illustrations by Peter Palagonia, his first book as well. The house at 519 Kipperney Street belonged to April. Her mother and her father and her older sister Meredith lived there too. But the house was April's, and the house was magic. In the middle of the house was a waterfall. It ran from the second floor to the first. April could slide down it and never get wet. On the first floor was a desert. The ground was yellow, and everywhere there were big cactuses. April could climb on the cactuses, and they would never prickle her. Down in the basement was a cave. Two monsters lived there, way back in the corner. They muttered and growled when April's mother fed them baskets of clothes. The monsters weren't very scary, but they were monsters nonetheless. And April was proud to have them in her magic house. The only trouble with the house at 519 Kipperney Street was April's older sister, Meredith. Meredith didn't believe the house was magic, so when she walked by, the waterfall stopped being a waterfall. "Don't slide down the stairs," Meredith would say. When April was in the desert and Meredith came along, the desert became a living room. "Stop climbing on the furniture," Meredith would say, as she sat down to practice the piano, loudly. "When you're older, you'll do lots of things," Meredith told April one day. "You'll learn piano and ballet like me." Meredith held on to the kitchen counter and lifted one leg in the air. April lifted one leg in the air without holding on to the counter. "I do lots of things already," she said. "I'm going to be a swan in the recital," said Meredith. "Will you get to dance in water?" asked April. "Not real water, no," Meredith said. She was having trouble with one of her steps and frowned at April. "We're supposed to pretend." Meredith did leap in the middle of the kitchen, and the pots and pans in the cupboard shook. "Swans don't thump," she said, and frowned again. But April knew something that Meredith didn't. April knew that for weeks and weeks, water had been tumbling down the waterfall and making a beautiful blue lake at the bottom. I don't feel like a swan, Meredith said. I don't look like a swan. I'm a dancer thumping in the middle of the kitchen. The pots and pans shook again. Come with me, April said. April took Meredith to the front hall, right to the edge of the beautiful blue lake. This is a lake, she told Meredith. A beautiful blue lake with reeds all around and swans in the middle. Oh, April, Meredith said. Don't act dumb. This is the front hall. April sat down on the stairs, which were just stairs and not a waterfall. Practice here anyway, she said. Well, Meredith did a few more leaps, thumping a little less with each one, sailing and soaring more and more like a swan. April felt water running past her hands. It lapped across the floor, reflecting Meredith. Reeds sprouted along the walls. And when Meredith lifted her arms at her sides, April saw wings. Do you see the lake? April asked. Do you see it? Meredith didn't say anything. She was gliding over the water. And the next moment, she wasn't Meredith at all, but a white swan on the beautiful blue lake in the middle of April's magic house. Do you see the lake? April asked again. And she knew, no matter what Meredith said later, that the answer at that moment was yes.
Oh, wow. Hey, Lucy, did you see those pictures? The sister looked like she turned into a swan.
They're beautiful paintings, aren't they?
Yes, they are beautiful. You know, it's really strange that Zachery hasn't come back yet. I mean, his mother did say he was coming right over.
Well, maybe I should go look for him.
No, you stay here with your friends. I'll go see if I can find him.
Oh, okay, but could you pretty please leave Monster Mama here?
No problem.
Thanks for the story, Shari. Boy, this has just got to be the strangest day ever. People keep missing each other. I bet now that Shari's gone to look for them, Tatyana and Zachery will arrive.
Hey, Kino, we're back.
Oh, what did I tell you? You're back.
Ready to read Monster Mama. And I brought my little sister along, Shari.
Good thing you found Zachery, Tatyana. Kino was so anxious to have you come back.
All right, let's skip all the chit-chat and get to it. Man, after all this waiting. Whew.
Okay, well, I hope you guys like this book. It's one of my personal favorites. Liz Rosenberg wrote it, and Stephen Gamble did the illustrations. It's called Monster Mama. Patrick Edward was a wonderful boy, but his mother was a monster. She lived in a big cave at the back of the house. Sometimes she painted, sometimes she gardened, and sometimes she tossed Patrick Edward lightly up and down in the air for fun. He called her Monster Mama. Her bad moods terrified the neighborhood. Still, she had the sweetest touch in the world when Patrick Edward ran a fever. She taught him how to roar, how to jump and climb, and how to cast a spell that could put almost anyone asleep. Patrick Edward was fearless like her. She told him, always use your powers for good, never for evil. On rainy days when she drove him to school, she hid herself in a big cloak and hood. When he invited friends over, she baked cookies for them and watched secretly from the cave. She never introduced herself to Patrick Edward's teachers or piano instructor. "They don't need to meet me," she said. So Patrick Edward passed out the cookies himself and learned how to make friends on his own. One day, Patrick Edward's mother told him to pick out something lovely for dessert. Something with strawberries, she called after him. He decided to try the new market across town. He picked out some lovely strawberry tarts. But out in the parking lot, 3 big boys circled him. "Yum," the first boy said, grabbing the grocery bag. Another boy waved his baseball bat. Patrick Edward was unafraid. "Creeps," he sang out, snatching back the bag. The boys ran after him. They chased him down the street and into an empty lot. "Villains, farewell," howled Patrick Edward. He jumped over a creek, flew through the woods, and bounded upside a small mountain. But the 3 boys caught up to him. "We'll show him who's boss," they said. So Patrick Edward chanted the spell that would make them fall asleep. But though he said the words in the right order and looked them straight in the eye, those boys couldn't be charmed. They gobbled up Patrick's lovely dessert and tied him to a tree with a piece of twine. They threw his cap off the mountain, and they tossed the paper bag after him. "Lizards," Patrick Edward said scornfully. "Death to all tyrants." "Ah, your mother wears army boots," snarled the biggest boy. "What?" said Patrick Edward. "You heard me," said the boy. The other 2 smirked. "You leave my mother out of this!" Patrick Edward roared so loudly the whole mountain rang. He broke the baseball bat like a loaf of stale bread and tossed the pieces over his shoulder. Then he chased the boys back down the mountain and through the woods. His eyes glowed as his laughter was truly monstrous. Who knows what might have happened next? But Monster Mama heard the echoes of the roar. She zoomed out of her cave like a fast-moving freight train and sailed over the creek in one graceful leap. "Who is that?" shrieked the boys. "Let's skip the introduction." Patrick Edward's mother howled. "Pick up the bag!" The 3 boys scampered after it. "Don't forget the hat!" she snapped. They found it hanging from a bramble bush. Her eyes had little red flames. "And who broke the baseball bat?" Patrick Edward blushed. "And I still want something lovely for dessert." She thundered and she marched all the boys back home, where they feverishly sifted and stirred the baked strawberry tea cake with French whipped cream on top. Yum. At the supper table, Patrick Edward said, "Strength is for the wise, not the reckless." "More cake, please," he added. The 3 boys had second helpings. Monster Mama carried out the dishes. Patrick Edward stacked them. "No matter where you go or what you do," she told him, "I will be there because I am your mother, even if I am a monster. And I love you." As soon as it grew dark, Patrick Edward walked the boys to the gate. "Your mother's something else," they told him admiringly. "It runs in the family," answered Patrick Edward.
Oh, wow, Zach. I can see why you like that book.
I told you it was one of my favorites.
Well, a story about a magic house, one about a magic penny, and another one about a magical monster mama. There are lots of books with magic in them.
Oh, I know. And one of my favorites is The Secret in the Matchbox. It's about a boy who takes his magic matchbox to school, and the teacher gets a big surprise. Oh, you know what it is? There's a dragon inside the matchbox.
Oh, sounds good. And this is The Woman Who Flummoxed the Fairies. It's a magical tale about a baker woman who refuses to be pushed around by the fairies. Thank you, Zachery, Tatyana, for reading to us.
Yeah, and for bringing that extra cool book, Zach.
And so, it's goodbye. And until next time, keep a story in your heart.
See you later, you little magic monsters. Bye-bye.
Today's Storytime books are My Little Red Car, Monster Mama, 3 Wishes, The Magic House, The Secret in the Matchbox, and The Woman Who Flummoxed the Fairies. You can find these and other books at your local library.
Major funding for Storytime is made possible by a grant from Helen and Peter Bing, so that families everywhere can share the joy of reading with their children. Additional funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, by the annual financial support from viewers like you, and by the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television. Storytime is a production of KCET Los Angeles.